Hey there folks, welcome back to Let's Play Mass Effect 3. I'm the Mysterious JG, and we're playing Leviathan DLC. I think what I'm going to do is finish Leviathan DLC, then play the next plot mission, which I think is the last main non-DLC plot mission before the final mission. Spoiler alert, the final mission, you try to retake Earth. And spoiler alert, not much of a spoiler, really. But to me, the Citadel DLC, which is about like this, is very much advertised this way. It's not going to be... I can't spoil anything that was part of the... If you were playing this game yourself, you would have read a description of the DLC before you paid extra cash for it. But the Citadel DLC is basically... The starting point is... Shepard is hanging out on the Citadel trying to get some R&R and just relax and have fun. And it consists of a lot of added, you know, fun little character background scenes and plotty scenes. Well, not even plotty scenes. But it's just like your last fun outing with all of your friends before you face whatever reckoning awaits us all at the end of Mass Effect 3, which had been intended to end the trilogy. So without giving away anything about how Mass Effect 3 itself ends, this is your last big hurrah with your friends before the presumably titanic events at the end game occur. So I think I'll just save that for the very last thing we do before the last main mission. But I'm looking forward to it. And honestly, there's so many different ways those, from what I've heard, so many different ways those scenes can play out. It really is, like, I think a labor of love from the designers. So, like, let's just throw in references to every decision tree you could have made and everything that you could have done this way or that way, and we'll have them all at the end. Like, I don't know for sure, but even Conrad Werner may show up in that. I don't know. So, there's that to look forward to, but we're not there yet. We got Leviathan DLC first, so let's get on it. DLC is, as I recall, significantly shorter than Omega. At least it felt that way. And Shepard, because of the way I leveled him up, is always going to have these 3 unspent points. I mean, because I like to max one skill before working on another, it just works out perfectly with these guys with the 5 skills. It doesn't work out that way when he has this many skills, but you know. Yeah, and he gets more points at work than blah blah blah. Just get on with the mission, JG. Can't remember the shuttle pilot's name, but we haven't had a good conversation with him in a while. There he is.
We're about 5 minutes out, Commander.
And you got dialogue. Good for you, Cortez.
What exactly is on this asteroid?
Mining facility. TGS Mineral Works. Small operation. Could be a good place for Leviathan to hide.
Well, yeah, I think I remember reading about them in the, I want to say Journal, the Codex. Like, you know, when we actually looked at the planet. Hey, you know, this, we could all die here. It's true for any mission. You want to chat with, James before we all go down there? You guys seem to have a real buddy-buddy thing going.
We've all read Edie's notes on Bryson's lab. Any questions?
Hey, dialogue for
Any
our
more intel
co-members.
on what this Leviathan could have been?
Hey,
Not
nice.
real. We only know it killed a Reaper.
But it is Garneau, Dr. Bryson's associate, that we are looking for.
Right. If we find Garneau, we find Leviathan.
Agreed.
Leviathan. Oh, that's all. I mean, I don't care enough to go see it, but I like anytime they actually have voice acted dialogue. It's like, hey, it makes a little difference which crew member you chose. You know, Liara or Ashley might have gotten the same basic point across with totally different dialogue, guys.
The doctor was right. Anything powerful enough to kill a Reaper needs to be investigated. I just hope Garneau has the answers we need.
I'm reading Reaper enemy signatures in the asteroid field.
Garneau
Bryson said
always
they were shadowing
knows.
his field teams. If they're after Leviathan too, Reapers are a good sign.
Mm-hmm.
That's not something you hear every day.
Yeah, I was just thinking that, actually.
Take us in.
Cortez and I are totally on the same page. I mean, except for what gender is we enjoy having sex with. But, you know, Cortez has the right to his opinion. It's always a good sign when somebody just, like, loudly protests their heterosexuality. I'm not gay. Seriously, I'm not gay. Alright.
Don't go anywhere, Cortez. We'll grab this guy and be right out. Keep me updated on the Reaper situation.
Yes,
Hey.
Commander.
No reason to suspect there'll be any trouble. That's why we're all drawing our weapons. So yeah, obviously there's going to be trouble. I mean, there's going to be trouble, guys. That's how it works. Now the enemies scale up with you as you level up, so it doesn't always really work the way you want it to. But the concept of James with fully leveled up incendiary ammo, oh man, he is gonna wreck some shit. He is going to wreck some shit. You know what, James? Why don't you get that going? There you go. Glow with power. That's what I like to see. And, Edie, you... Why don't you do that, too? And I'll just be really good at getting killed. I mean, I could activate defense drone, but mine actually runs out after a while. I wonder if I should, map that to a power. I never actually use, Incinerate. Well, I do use Incinerate, but I can map it to LB. I very seldom actually use the power mapping buttons, but they can be handy. So yeah, here we come, all loaded for bear. Even though there's no reason to suspect any trouble, everything's gonna be fine, folks. It's just silly old Shepard being overcautious. Well, you know it's only going to be one of two groups. It's either Cerberus or the Reapers.
And by the sound of it, they're pissed off.
So I want the brute. We do not want that thing getting anywhere close to us. Oh, I sure hope that thing that's like running around flipping in front of me is the hologram version of What's-Her-Face. Edie. I haven't played in a long time, and yet I'm actually playing better than the last time. Oh, nice. I got a headshot on him there up front.
Let's get Garneau before the serious troops arrive.
The civilians inside aren't likely to be worried.
The serious troops? Or the Cerberus troops? One thing they have not done is thrown a mix of both enemy types at us. They've really only got two sets of enemies in this game. That might be interesting, although with what we currently know about both Cerberus and the Reapers, I can't think of a scenario in which it would make sense. So that's probably why they haven't done it. Anyway. So, guys ever, especially in DLC, keep your eyes open for freebies, loots. We've gained some tech, but we have yet to actually find like big piles of credits anywhere. TGES Mineral Works, Mineral Extraction Wing. Metagel, and you know what? It's been a long time since he watched, and I don't think I'm ever getting his patronage back. But Lethal Feline would just be moved to tears if he saw me not take this Metagel and save it in case I need it, and be willing to use Metagel in case I do need it. I remember I got so offended. Bobo, I think, passing on comments that he and Bean had. So this is with Bobo. I was like, look, dude, it's not my fault. It's not that I've changed as a gamer. Mass Effect 3 gives you more Metagel when you need it. Mass Effect 2 doesn't. You literally can't get more. You cannot go someplace and restock your Metagel. You have to find it in containers. It's like it's a completely finite resource. That's why I never, ever, ever use it if I can help it. I guess I started using it at the end of the game after I hit the level cap, but... Hey, cool, you guys have, like, missile command. No, it looks like, Oh, I don't remember the name of it. It's that game where you have the lunar rover go except for that stuff in the sky. It looks like BBC macro graphics, or maybe it's like the maps from Caves of Androzani, which is like only the best freaking Doctor Who ever. I'm trying to remember what I got. A couple Doctor Who's for Bean one Christmas. I think that was one of them. Maybe I'll demand that we watch it next time I'm visiting them. Guys are pretty mellow considering what's going on outside.
What's with this business as usual?
Well, it's very important mining work they do. You got... Oh, okay. You guys are not looking all that inviting. Is your head going to turn all the way around with that? Okay, you did turn your back. I seriously thought her head was going to, like, revolve all the way around there. So is this mining research station run by demons?
I'm Commander Shepard of the Alliance. You just had Reaper troops attacking your front door.
Are they still there?
I've taken care of them for now.
I see. That will be all.
You have done what we need to do.
That will be...
Fucking shoot him through the head, Shepard. You're fucking Shepard, dude. Get a renegade.
Hello?
Yes. Welcome to TGS Mineral Works. How can we help you?
Yes. For the tour. Please sign in.
Edie's like, I don't see anything wrong. That's how you humans always behave, right? Shepard's like, no, seriously. These immigrant workers must be possessed by the Sontarans as part of their plot. I'm sorry, is Phi-Dan in there? Can he tell us more about the colony? Does Phi-Dan know more about such things? I don't know. People have accused the Mass Effect series of getting less subtle as it went on. This is a callback in a lot of ways to the Thorian Creeper. And that, I guess it was Pharaohs. Was it Pharaohs? I think it was Pharaohs is where you encounter that thing. They even referenced it earlier in this DLC, so it's not like they're trying to hide the fact that they're kind of revisiting some of the same themes, but... And they weren't brand new in Mass Effect 1 times either. Like, ooh, you go to a village and everyone's acting strange and there's some evil force controlling them. Not exactly breaking new ground. But, I think they've gotten even less subtle. Maybe I'm misreading it. It's not that they're less subtle. It's that, yeah, you know, everybody's played through Mass Effect 1. They know what's going on. There's not a lot of point in beating around the bush about it. But I tell you this much. If this mining station doesn't have a Solarian who's like, yes, I have many fine goods, human, you will want to see my wares. I do not want to leave this place. This place is wonderful. I cannot explain why. Talk to Phi-Dan for more.
You don't seem worried about those Reapers. You know something I don't?
Unlikely.
TGS Mineral Works is a small to mid-level supplier of tungsten.
I'm sorry, my joke there should have been absolutely.
That's
we
not
almost
what I
have
meant.
to.
Are you familiar with the applications of tungsten?
Yeah, using light bulbs, right?
I'm looking for a researcher named Dr. Garneau. He would have arrived within the last couple weeks. If he's still here, I need to speak to him.
We have no Dr. Garneau.
We have no Dr. Garneau today.
How about I just go in and look around?
No. The access elevator is broken.
We just broke
And
it.
now, we're done. Step away.
Step away. You don't belong here.
Something ain't right here, loco.
You think?
Let's look around. Careful.
Kill them all. Let God sort it out. Is that where we just came in and now we can't get out? Is that what happened there? That may be what happened there. But yeah, no, he said, do you know something I don't? And I totally flubbed it.
People seem fearful. It is difficult to determine why.
I'm not
Need to
picking
fix
up
that
fear.
elevator.
I'm not picking up fear. I'm picking up, like, dead inside, which isn't the same. Sure, fear can lead you to become dead inside. Just read any of the many, many sad domestic novels in which a featured character is a wife who's been married to an abusive husband for a long time, but I don't think these guys are all married to an abusive husband. I mean, the universe is pretty liberal. There's no reason to believe those men down there don't have abusive husbands, but still. No, but the joke I made was like, most likely, or it was like unlikely. No, totally I should have been like, of course we know more than you do. You are an idiot, ha. My riffing is just off, man. I gotta work on that.
Did he die?
Yes, it was an accident, but he died.
I don't know what to think about that.
You guys appear to be having a conversation as though you were separate beings not controlled by one intelligence, so that's nice. Did you just do finger quotes?
I'm looking for a Dr. Garneau.
I don't
Aren't
know
we
what
all?
you mean.
Aren't you worried about the Reapers?
We know nothing. Go away.
We know nothing. Nothing.
You don't belong here.
Listen, lady, you look unnervingly like my femme chef, but you are not acting like her. She would not be taken over by an evil intelligence. She would kick it right in the nuts.
Repair terminal activated.
I'll set the drone to repair the elevator, but we have to stay with it.
What? Oh, this is some lame shit right here. Stupid minigame commencing.
Repairs initiated.
Okay, now can I leave? I can use the elevator controls, but I'm not forced to. I had a brief moment of fear that I had locked myself out of exploring this area. Okay, access granted, security log, past 7 days, Randall Jan, Alex Garneau, Stephen Bragg, Fiona Triffon. Okay, I don't see anything unusual. Huh? Alex Garneau, but they told me there was no Garneau here. Dun dun dun. Okay, well I want to explore this place first, because it appears quite likely that that's the way to the next bit of story. You guys are no longer interactable.
He was living in the dump.
What? Oh man, I missed dialogue. Hey guys, don't mind me. Continue talking.
Excuse me.
You don't belong here.
You're taking our damn jobs. What school did you go to? Oh, St. Catherine's. Oh, St. Catherine's. Oh, you're a fucking dirty limey from the south. We don't want you here. That's the wrong accent. That's not really an Ulster accent. Whatever. Not making any sense anyway. You don't belong here. Take your horrible Spanish language and your horrible food and get out. No amnesty for your kind. Your appeal is denied, your resources are cut off, and you've been reassigned. Clean out your office and report to Dr. Land. There will be no further discussion on this matter. Dr. Triffon. Well, that message was to Dr. Triffon, and we just got money for reading it. And we got electrified. Oh, we've been electrified. Whoop. Seriously, I'm turning into one of those LP idiots, if I wasn't already. At least I'm not screaming rape, so that were amusing. Give me a few videos before I get to that state.
Welcome to TGS Mineral Works.
A planned community.
Since 2162.
Yes, the three of us are the Tungsten Trio. That is a very obscure. I was like, I don't even think somebody who's watched Red Zone Cuba is going to remember it. Well, well, looks like we've got us the Tungsten, two members of the Tungsten Trio.
Interested in working with us?
Too bad.
Tour our facility to discover if TGS Mineral Works is right for you. Enter the facility to see our workforce in action.
I'm going to see these same few still images.
Proud providers of tungsten since
That's not a very good video tour, but okay. You guys told me to. Yeah, you guys told me to step. I was wondering if he was going to react. I guess he reacted. The tests reportedly pushed the subject past his emotional breaking point. The subject is currently in a catatonic state and being treated in hospital. All further test plans of the subject have been canceled. Moving forward, a new screening process will be put in place to prevent similar delays. And we got credits. And the guy's going to call security if we don't knock it off, except I don't think he actually will. So a few extra credits here and there. Maybe eventually we'll be able to afford the pistol from Spectre Requisitions. And actually, the credits are not pouring in at the rate I was thinking they would for this DLC, but maybe later. I think we're done here. Let's take the elevator to another level of awesomeness.
Elevator security log said Garneau came through here in the last week. Why lie?
No idea.
Blue fly.
Let's hope we don't have to look too far.
This place is really creepy. Thanks, James, for having actual dialogue here. I figured Edie would be a good choice because she clearly had already recorded dialogue for this chapter, but I think I had the same thought process and took her along for the... Oh, I'm sorry, you guys. Did I trap you forever in the darkness of the elevator? Will you be able to get out? Well, Edie got out. James? Okay, good. You teleported out. Good for you.
Welcome to the Mineral Lab. Our researchers are always hard at work.
They are not allowed to sleep.
Tungsten is remarkably versatile. We're endlessly finding exciting ways to improve and expand our operations.
Sounds pretty neat.
Our researchers will happily answer all your questions.
By saying you do not belong and get out.
Welcome to the Mineral Lab. Our researchers...
After comparing the stomach contents of Varen from 8 different regions, we must reevaluate our current understanding of their feeding practices. I don't really see how that has anything to do with tungsten. No escape. Transit station, medical bay, and mineral lab are all over that way. All signs point that way. So let's try going over here first. And you know what? I vaguely remember this floor, not the layout, just that it's kind of an open area that you can go around in different ways, but of course there's no map.
This is a restricted area.
Get the F out.
ID number is required.
I don't have that.
Access denied.
I don't have that, but I'm being open about it. Hey! You are not human. It's vaguely possible that you can resist the control of whatever the fuck's controlling all these people?
Have you seen Dr. Garneau?
You shouldn't be here.
Okay, I guess not.
Evolutionary implications of human biotics. What?
What?
I see a trend among the miners. They appear to be doing everything but mining.
I don't see them doing anything, including, of course, mining. What are you reading over there? Evolutionary trends of... Note to staff, this new crossbreed appears harmless. Crossbreed, that's all I ever heard. This new crossbreed appears harmless and would be inconspicuous in an office environment. However, it is exceedingly dangerous. Use extreme caution when working with all third-generation plants. You mean like Vash the Stampede or his brother Knives? Oh, buddy.
Turn back. You shouldn't be here.
You know, I'm starting to think these guys are giving us sage advice. Like, maybe we really don't want to be here. Anyway, you think we gotta find a way to get through that door? You bet we do.
What pain stimuli is applied more quickly?
Interesting. We should look into that.
Creepy much? They're experimenting with different species, including the ones they belong to.
For complete global starvation. That's the merciful route.
Absolutely. That's the data to use.
Yep. Global starvation's the way to go. I really don't know what's going on, alright? I even know how this whole story wraps up, and I don't remember quite working out why these guys were doing what they're doing. So I'm kind of still interested in seeing where this goes.
Turn back. You shouldn't be here.
I guess the notion that they're all being controlled by one intelligence, it's sort of defeated by the fact that they are verbally communicating with each other. Unless it turns out that it's just they don't have a good reason for that. And okay, so this door leads to there. So those two doors, you can take either one. Unless it turns out that they're just doing it for exposition and the game doesn't really have a good logical reason in game that they should be talking to each other, it kind of shoots down the Thorian creeper thing. Because they never talked about serving the Creeper or things to do for the benefit of the Creeper. I guess they did a little. Well, they talked about stuff like getting the water back online, but what's going on here? Oh yeah?
I don't have one.
Listen, computer, I'm just going to throw this out here. Something's seriously fucking wrong with all the people who work here. I guess you're a VI. The VI, like an AI would be able to figure out something was wrong and possibly, depending on the motivations of the AI. Because, Edie, I do recognize you guys can have different motivations, you guys and you ladies. But, yeah, I mean, presumably an AI would be able to be like, something has seriously gone wrong with the crew. I need to try to get hold of someone off-world. These people need help. The VI, well, I mean, we've seen VIs throughout the series. They are good at not comprehending that shit has gone seriously south.
Turn back. You should.
Damn it, you're the same one over and over. You're just following us around. I keep thinking something interesting will happen when we talk to you. And I'm always wrong. About this. Not about everything. Well, maybe I'm wrong about everything, but this in particular is what I'm wrong about today. Let's go to Mineral Lab. Okay. Glad there's subtitles, I can't hear them. What? Why are you guys plotting silently about taking out entire colonies?
I'm getting that feeling.
Yeah, okay. And once again, I inadvertently talk over what turns out to be an amusing line. Seriously, at some point in my life, I want to create a fictional piece, video game, movie, something that actually gets produced and voice acted. Or just acted. I want the dude who does the voice of Shepard to have a role. He has to. Even if he's like a bit player who just, you know, says that this is his favorite job in the Citadel or something. I have grown to really love. And FemShep's even possibly better, but I love them both. They're it's so much fun. People make fun of the wooden delivery of Shepard, but he really does have a personality. Due to an increase in electrical storm activity, communications with the beta site research team have been delayed. We ask all those awaiting data to please be patient. Current forecasts indicate that the storms will dissipate by the end of the week. Regular communications will resume at this time. And I had this bizarre compulsion, which I kind of resisted, to reference the many, often brutally boring emails that Shion receives in Xenosaga, because I'm watching Old Dragon's LP at Xenosaga. And Old Dragon, bless his heart, because I do sometimes listen rather than watch, Old Dragon reads every word of text. That's a pet peeve for some people. And it's like totally unfair. When I'm watching, I'm like, oh, why are you reading all the text? But then half the time I'm not watching. It's like, oh, thank God he's reading all the text.
TGS Mineral Works has an eye on the future.
Productivity and connectivity.
Drives us forward.
They use futuristic Kaizen inventory techniques. What the fuck? I can't remember what Kaizen actually is. Oh, God, is Kaizen like resource management? Is it inventory? I don't even remember. Man, I got my master's. I don't have to know that shit anymore. Thank God.
Smart minds, smart business. Primary research interests include improving extraction practices and enhancing product quality.
You guys Sigma 6 certified? I mean, I love making like stupid little references to real life business shit when I come across this in video games, but then I'm like, oh no, did I misuse the term Kaizen? What if somebody with an MBA is listening and catches me? They won't have any respect for people with MS degrees anymore. I have an MS degree. I guess I should say MS. It doesn't really make sense unless you say MSA, but yeah. It's fucking MBAs, they think they know shit? They don't know shit. If they knew shit, they would have gotten an MSA or an MS something else. I mean, yeah, I don't know. The MBA is too broad in its focus. This is exactly what you want to hear about right now. My opinion on the different master's degrees in business.
Our tour will continue outside the medbay.
If you survive that long.
TGS Mineral Works has an eye.
There is no more meaningless phrase you can put in a Corp-Com communication. We have an eye on the future. TGS Mineral Work looks to the future, but it remembers the past. It is proof that the American dream still lasts. Seems like a good a place as any to mention that the great Virgil Runnels, aka Dusty Rhodes, passed away recently. I have been thinking about trying to do some kind of video tribute, just by like, he's a downloadable extra character you can play as in WWE 2K14, and I'm thinking about doing a video of that, but alas, this is not the time. But I might do a stupid Dusty Rhodes impression for no reason in the next video. You'll have to tune in to see, folks. You'll have to tune in to see. Just hope. Oh, I hope JG does a horrible impression of a pro wrestler that half of the people watching this sci-fi LP have never even heard of in the next video. Oh, please, oh, please, oh, please, JG. I'm keeping you in suspense, folks. When we come back, we will go further into this mining base. We will uncover the dark secrets of what's going on here. And I may, just may, do an impression which will come across as mildly disrespectful, despite the fact that I really love the guy, of the late great Dusty Rhodes. Thanks for watching, folks, and I'll see you next time, because I know with a hook like that, you're coming back.